Good morning, gorgeous women on the rise. We are here for day 4 of the fabulously fully booked challenge. We've made it to day 4. Woohoo! Now, here's the thing that can happen. Day 4 can have a bit of a slump sometimes because everyone's been putting in all the effort, all the time. You've been here, you've been showing up, and it's really important when we hit day 4 to keep the energy high. So, good morning, those of you who are hopping on. Chanel, good morning, lovely to see you. Suzanne, gorgeous to see you. Please do say hello. Lisa, gorgeous to see you. Fabulous. Okay, are we ready to rock and roll? Bianca, you've made a live. Yay! Exciting, that is awesome. So, if you're watching back the replay, as usual, still talk to me, still say hello, say replay, pop in your questions, pop in your thoughts, pop in your answers to all the things that I'm asking. And today we are diving into a massive money up level. Who likes the sound of that? Who is ready for a massive money up level in their lives? Probably everyone, right? Because doesn't everyone want a little bit more money? Now, you might well not be driven by money. I know that lots of women in this space, they want a life full of love and fun and freedom, and that's the thing that drives them. However, money is the vehicle that allows us to have more, to do more, to experience more, to give more, also to love more in ways, because we're not carrying around that baggage, that worry, that stress of not having enough money. And so when we have an abundance of money in our lives, when we're receiving richly for the awesome work that you do, life gets to be easier, it gets to be more fun, you get to give back even more, you get to have a bigger, even more beautiful impact in the world. And so today we are diving into massive money up level. Gorgeous women, hello, lots of you actually joining me. Louise, lovely to see you. Paula, Devinda, lovely to see you. Annabella, should I just sit here and say everyone's names? Good morning. So I hope you're feeling fabulous today. I am super duper freaking well impressed because we're on day 4, and I know that it really takes time, effort, and making this a priority to be here with me every single day, whether you're actually live with me now, which is amazing. Those of you who are with me now, fabulous, thank you, well done. And I'm going to make sure that we have a fabulous training today for you. And those of you who are watching the replay, I just want to say massive well done, because what this shows is total belief, total readiness, total willingness for you to grow, for you to actually do all the things that you want to in your business and life. And I applaud that wholly. So massive well done. And I hope you're feeling like fabulous for showing up and being here and making it a priority. So who wants to talk about money? Joanne, lovely to see you. Good morning. Who wants to talk about money? Who's ready for a money up level? Are you ready? Here's the thing. And most of you will probably know this already, right? On a logical level, you might know it. But the difference here, and this is so key, is actually living it rather than knowing it. You know, knowledge, like we lived in, I don't think we still are in that age, actually. We were in the age of knowledge. Knowledge suddenly became readily available to us everywhere. It's easy to get knowledge, right? You can go on the internet and get knowledge. You can read a book. You can listen to an audio. There's knowledge everywhere for free, actually, loads of the time. And so the secret is no longer just knowing the things. It's actually being the things and living the things. So when it comes to money mindset, I think lots of people already have maybe read a bit of money mindset. They've read a bit about the law of attraction. They've read a bit about the energetics of money, or all those kind of different things. But actually living it and doing it and believing it and allowing yourself to receive it can be a totally different story. And it certainly was for me. So I remember like that time when my business was struggling, I had done a ton of stuff around my money mindset, and I was tuning into money mindset stuff all the time. But I still couldn't get myself into that place of abundance. I was still walking around in scarcity. I was still walking around every single day worrying about the lack of money in my life. And that, of course, was having an impact on the money that I had in my life. And so I'm going to be going through a couple of steps today with you so that you can shift some of your money mindset. There's going to be internal work and external work that you can do so that you can start receiving money with more ease, and so that you can actually start keeping that money and doing the things with it that you want to do, because that's the other part. Because I know the other thing that can happen with money is that we can Some people might be good at receiving money, but it just disappears. It's like it slips through their fingers. It's like one day it's all coming into the bank account and looks fabulous. It's like, yes. And then another day it's like, where the heck's all that money gone? Because I seem to, on paper, I'm earning enough money, but in reality, like, where the heck is it? Because I'm not getting to enjoy it. So that's the other part of this that we're also going to be going into. Okay, gorgeous. Everyone's here. Everyone's ready. So the first question for you, and I want you to type this in for me this morning, is you're behind with posting, but you have to see me live. You love my energy. Mwah! Thank you, Jeanette. Oh, and by the way, yesterday there were so many comments, which I just adore. All of your actions coming in. I haven't caught up on everyone's yet. So if you like put in your action, you're like, Claire hasn't even noticed it yet, then I apologize. I will be getting to it. And if for any reason you feel like I've missed your stuff a number of times, feel free to tag me in. It's certainly not on purpose. It's just because, like, my feed at the moment is, as you can imagine, so full of all the amazing things that you're all doing, which I'm massively grateful for. It's amazing. So the question, sorry, back on track. The question is, how do you currently feel about money? And that's what I want you to answer. I want you to type it in and answer for me. How do you currently feel about money? I'm going to give you a second to start typing those in. I'm looking at the little picture. Louise has put a little picture on, but I can't see what it is on the picture. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But it looks like it's probably cool. It might be like a desk lamp, or I don't know. I'm not sure. So how do you currently feel about money? Type it in. Okay, Lisa, I want more. I love it. I'm probably not alone in that. What else? How else do people currently feel about money? Type it all in. I want to see what you have to say. You need more. Okay, what else? What else is coming up for people? Come on, Facebook, let's have these comments coming through. Type it in. Don't wait for everyone else. Type your answer in. This is really important. Because we all have different beliefs about money, right? We all might have money blocks, and we're going to be going into that. We all might have stories that we live in about our ability to make money, to receive money, to earn money. We might have blocks around how we receive that money, what we can charge for the work that we do, and all of those kind of things as well. And okay, awesome, these are all coming in now. Let me have a look at them, because this is really, like, this is key. Knowing how we feel about money is the first step to start to change it, right? So you need more. I love it and wish I had so much more. Panic, confident, but want it to grow. Okay, never enough. It's a row of oh, it's a row of money emojis. I see. I love it, Louise. I spend a lot. Okay, Suzanne. I never have enough. I feel guilty taking money off others. Okay, never feel I have enough. You're always living in your overdraft. Never seem to have enough of it. Bit of a theme here. Okay, so more please. I need to make more. You wish you were debt free. Okay, all this stuff, brilliant that you're typing all these in. Okay, you feel like your parents are the real source of your money. Okay, all right, confused about money. Okay, so I think that it's fair to say that a mindset upgrade about money is probably the perfect thing that's going to help all of you shift into receiving more money right now, right? So the next question is, how much more do you want to be receiving each month? Now, I know we tapped into this already in a couple of the trainings, but it's really, really good to keep reaffirming this, to keep thinking about that number, to keep tapping into being the woman who is earning this amount. So how much more do you want to be receiving every single month so that you feel like fabulous about money, abundant about money, like, so that you feel free, like money is no longer a burden or a stress or a worry or a like, oh my god, I need more type energy around it. It just feels free and easy and abundant. It feels like it flows. It feels as easy as, you know, with like breathing in oxygen. So it's like oxygen, it's like there all around you all the time, and you can just get to take in a deep, beautiful breath whenever you want to. So what is that amount? How much do you want it to be? Hello, sorry, you're here. I know, yeah, absolutely. Okay, 2,000 a month, 3,000 a month, 4 times what you're currently doing, I'm assuming. 5K a month, 500 to 1,000 a month. More is better. 5,000 a month. Okay, cool. So just feel into that for a moment. Does that feel good? When you think about just automatically being able to receive that on a monthly basis, how does that then feel different? And what I'd like you to type in now is, if you were receiving that amount every single month, like you just knew, like as easily as breathing, and it came in every single month, how would you then feel about money? Really important question. How would you then feel about money if you were receiving that much with ease, with total confidence, with like absolute certainty that it was coming in every single month? It's like oxygen, it's just there, we get to breathe it. How would you then feel about money? That's what I want you to put in. Some of the other answers are coming in still. Brilliant. Okay, let's see if the new one's coming in. Suzanne, sorry, you're late, school assembly, no problem. Okay, so relaxed. That feels a bit different, doesn't it? Less stress. So if you have less stress, Joanne, what do you have instead? Because if stress isn't there, what is there instead? I want you to focus on that. Calm, relaxed, abundant, light, at ease, much more relaxed. You probably want more, absolutely, because we always want to grow, right? It's always like, well, actually, when you hit that next income goal, it's like, well, of course, I want, like, now I'm ready for the next level. So yeah, absolutely, Suzanne. Happier, peace of mind, relaxed, less stress, stress-free, yes. Independent, happy, worry-free. Oh, don't they sound like gorgeous ways of living? Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? So there's a huge difference right now between how you currently feel about money and how you want to feel about money. And that gap is causing some of the blocks in you receiving more money. And so that's what I'm about to dive into with you today. Because here's the thing, when we feel like we're in lack or worry or stress around money, what we can often do is we put money on this pedestal. It's like money is on this pedestal. It's this thing that's hard to make, hard to receive, hard to have. And we probably have tons of beliefs underneath the surface around what it means or what we need to do to have that money. We also might have fears about actually having that money consistently. So when we put money on this pedestal, it becomes a big deal. Right? And what happens is quite often when I say to people like, oh, like imagine now having that like 10k a month every single month coming in, imagine it. Quite often they'll go to a place of going, oh my God, that would be so amazing, I'd be so excited, I'd be like, woo, 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 woo. Like it's on a pedestal. It's like this big thing. It's like, oh my God, this is huge, I get to like earn this money. And when it's like that, it's far away from us. It's something big and hard to actually create. When we bring that money off a pedestal and we bring it closer to us, and it's just like, well, of course, because that's who I am and it's a part of your identity and it's no longer a big deal, that's when money starts to flow more easily to us. And that's what we need to start shifting into. And I'm going to start helping you to shift into that, because instead of money being on this pedestal, we need to become a match to it. We need to shift our identity so that we believe that, of course, I am the woman who like receives however much a month it is that you want to be receiving. Of course. So we're an energetic match to that money, so that we no longer have beliefs that are blocking that money from coming in. We no longer have stories that are stopping that money from coming in. We no longer see ourselves as a person who only makes this amount of money and who struggles with money and who is in lack with money, or who can't charge like the amount she wants to charge around money. And instead, we see ourselves as the woman who absolutely makes money with ease and receives money with ease and loves the money that she gets to make and can charge whatever the heck she wants to for the services or programs or offers or whatever it is she puts out there. That's the shift that we need to make, because then we take away those blocks, we get into that space of inspired action that I've spoken about on the other days. Because when the blocks aren't there, it's like, and I mentioned this to a client last night actually, when the blocks aren't there, it's a bit like a horse. You know those horse and carriages, and the horses have the like blind things on the side of their heads. All they can see is this is the world as far as they're concerned in that moment. And our beliefs and our stories about money are like put this block on. And when we shift those beliefs, when we shift those stories, it's like we suddenly open up our view of our world, and it's like, oh my God, there's all this stuff and I did not see it. Because literally our beliefs, our thoughts shape the world as we see it. We each experience the world differently because of the beliefs that we have about it. And so if we've got beliefs, limiting beliefs around money and limiting stories about money, it's like us wearing these blocks and we're not seeing everything available to us. There was actually an experiment done in America somewhere, and I thought this was absolutely like fascinating. There was an experiment done in America where outside a police station, they put a big pile of money, like a big pile of cash, and they put a note on the front of it saying, please help yourself, right? Big pile of cash, note on the front, please help yourself. And they videoed all these people like walking past this stack of money. So some people didn't even look, they didn't even glance at their money, they just like walked straight past in their own little view of the world. Some people came past and like looked at it and like shuffled away like it was a big horrible scary thing. Some people went and looked at it and they were like, you could see they were like, do I take it, do I not, like what's the story here? And then they'd carry on. There was like one person that actually took some of this money, that were like picked up a pile of this money and then left almost as if like, oh my God, am I about to get in trouble for doing this? Depending on your beliefs around that will have had an impact on what you did. Some people couldn't even see that money was there because for them, like money is not readily available to just pick up and walk away with. For other people, there must be something dodgy about this, right? There must be something dodgy about this money that it's saying like, take some of, that's too good to be true. You can't have money that easily. Notice all the beliefs in this? For other people, it was like, oh, well, hang on, like money can't come that easily. There's got to be a catch. There was very, very few people who went, hey, here's some money. It says take some. Thank you. I get to have some like free money today. Woohoo, I'll go celebrate with it. Can you see how, and this was an experiment to see like people's view of the world and how their beliefs will impact their actions, what they see and therefore what they do. Well, if you've got beliefs going on inside your head that say like money is hard to come by, it's greedy to want money, there's got to be a catch, it can't be as easy as it seems, like then you are going to walk past that pile of money because it's not safe to take it. Do you see what I mean? Are you with me? Give me a little like love heart if you're understanding me, if you understand what I mean with this. Because that money was there. There was no joke. There was no catch. There was no anything. Anyone could have come and taken that whole pile of money and walked away with it and just had it. Just had the money to enjoy. But not one person took that whole pile of money and just walked away. Not one person. And only one or two people, I can't remember the details of it, actually took some of it and walked away. Everyone else either walked past it or avoided it or behaved like it was this horrible, big, scary thing. So if we're walking around with beliefs like that inside of our head, money is dangerous, there's got to be a catch to it, there's something dodgy, it's greedy, like it's too good to be true, then of course we are not going to be receiving and opening ourselves up to receiving all the money available to us. And in fact, you might not even be seeing it. You might be walking straight down that street and not even noticing the pile of money that's there waiting for you to pick up and take. Like, oh my God. And that's what I want you to start noticing and thinking about. Because when we shift our view of the world, suddenly there are more possibilities. There are more ways that you can receive money with ease. There are more like ideas that you can grab hold of and put into action. And there are easier ways to receive that money and make that money than you might well currently be doing. Okay, because you're probably putting blocks in the way because of the beliefs that you have. Great story, makes total sense, that's great. Okay, so you're with me, you understand the concept of this, right? You understand why then it's so important to shift our beliefs around money. So, hold on, I wrote some notes for today and it's so scribbly, I can't even read my own writing. And I want to stay on track, so I want to make sure that I talk through all of these different sections with you, because I want you to really, really start to change this for yourselves, because it can be so much easier and you can receive that money like some of like, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5k months. They are so easy. I can say that now. When I was trying to hit 5k months, I know it felt bloody hard. But the truth is, when that view opens up, it's like, oh my God, it's easy to receive that amount of money every single month. It can happen with such flow, and actually I get to work less. Life just becomes easier in all ways, and that's where we need to shift to. Okay, gorgeous. So the next thing I want to shift to, I'm going to be going into those beliefs in a moment, by the way. My limiting belief was that money brings unhappiness. Wow. like big, right? How would you not receive money if you thought it brought unhappiness? Well, of course you wouldn't receive it, right? No matter how much part of you might want it, you would still absolutely block it on a subconscious level. So the second part of this is we all have a money set point. Almost like, you know how we have like thermostats on our central heating at home? We have a thermostat on there that keeps the heating at a certain temperature all the time. We have in our subconscious mind a money thermostat and an amount of money that we know we can always make. What's that money for you? So what I'd love you to type in is, what is the amount of money? Where is your money thermostat currently set? What is your current money set point? And what this is the amount of money that you receive every single month. Like, it's almost like whether you work your ass off or you do nothing, you probably stay at that kind of amount. And this means that this is your current identity around money. So I am at the moment, we're going to shift it, but at the moment there's a belief that runs through you that says I am a woman who makes X amount a month. And we want to change that X amount, right? Because we know that you do not want to stay at that set point. We know we want to raise that set point, and therefore we have to do the internal work and the external work to allow you to raise that set point. So what is your current money thermostat set at? And what I want you to do, because here's the great thing about a money thermostat, some of those are coming through, awesome. So you know what I mean, right? You know that like you just make that much money, like that's how much you just always making it, and probably you just manage to get by. It's the amount of money that you need to squeeze by in life. So some of you, the amount of money you need each month to live on might be, let's say, £1,050. And maybe you make like £1,040 every single month, just below. So it's just a squeeze. It's just something you can't have. Your money set point could be much higher, but your expenses might be much higher. So it might be that you are already making consistent 5K months, right? But also your expenditure is consistent 5K months. So it still feels like, yes, but I need more money. There's still not enough of it. So it doesn't matter actually what that set point is. But what naturally happens quite often is that we just earn the amount of money that we need to survive or to do the things that we think that we need to do every month. And so one of the ways that we raise that money set point is that actually we raise our expenses. And that might sound crazy, but by raising our expenses, you automatically push that set point up. I'll never forget last year, I invested in a coaching program, a mastermind program that was a real stretch for me at the time. It was like, oh my God, am I really going to spend that much money a month on being in this mastermind? It was like, that's like 3 times my mortgage every month. And I was a bit like, oh, am I really going to do this? Am I going to be able to afford it each month? And because that came in and that was a payment I had to make every single month, it forced my money thermostat up. So I had to start earning that amount of money every month. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes, and it might seem like a weird roundabout way to do it, but sometimes it's a brilliant way to force that thermostat up, is to actually bring in new expenses into our lives. So for example, it could be that you buy, you have like monthly massages booked in that then become part of your budget, and that will force your budget up a little bit. Are you with me? Is that making sense? So that's one way that we can move that money thermostat. Another way that we can move our money thermostat is simply with our beliefs, simply the way that we see ourselves, how we see ourselves as a person. We shift our identity. And what's brilliant is that as human beings, we get to shift our identity. We are not stuck, we're not a tree, we're not rooted to the ground. We get to grow and change. So it's about figuring out, well, what are the limiting beliefs that I currently have about money that I need to let go of? And what are the beliefs that I need to step into? How do I need to see myself? What do I need to believe about myself to be able to receive this money, this higher level of money every single month? Because what we want to do is we want to raise that thermostat from where it currently is to where you want it to be. And this is a brilliant little visualization, actually. Let me do this with you. So those of you, as long as you're not like driving or anything. Hi, Sean, lovely to see you. As long as you're not driving anything, what I want you to do is just close your eyes. Deep breath in and just close your eyes. And just in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine yourself in your mind's eye. In your mind's eye, I want you to still say as your body, but I want another part of you to shrink down. Don't know if, you know, like Ant-Man type thing. Shrink down to like little Ant-Man. And I want you to crawl up your own shoulder up through, in your ear, into your own mind. And when you get inside your mind, there's all these little mini yous. I don't know if you've ever watched, what was that film? I forgot what it was, like a children's film. I forgot what it was called. It was awesome. There's all these mini yous working away in your mind, like all these different control centers. And I want you to imagine all those different control centers in your mind's eye. And as you're inside your mind, I want you to notice there's almost like on the inside of your forehead, there's all these different screens and things that are showing different numbers. And on those screens, one of those screens shows your money thermostat. And you see this like money thermometer. And you see where maybe it's green at the bottom and it's set to a certain point. And I want you to notice that point that it's currently set to. So the number that you currently make every single month, because it's part of your identity, is where your thermostat is currently set. And I want you to see that thermometer, that thermostat in your mind's eye. And I want you to notice beneath it, there is a button. And it's a button where you can actually turn up that thermostat. And so I want you to walk on over in your mind's eye to your internal money thermostat. And I want you to press the button. I want you to start manually turning it up. Press it again and again and again and again, noticing it going higher and higher and higher and higher and rising. And notice yourself starting to change, starting to just small little shifts. Suddenly, money feels easier. Suddenly, you feel more in flow. Suddenly, you feel more connected to money. And just notice that gradual shift that you feel within you as you raise that money thermostat in your mind's eye. And I want you to keep on pressing that button all the way until it hits the point that you want it to be at. And when it hits that point, I want you to just feel that sense of knowing, like, whew, of course, I'm there. Like, I am this woman who, of course, makes this new amount of money every single month with ease, in flow, being fully myself, expressing myself fully in life, in work, in every single gorgeous way. It's just easy. And just enjoy that moment, that feeling for a moment, and then climb back outside your ear and come back into the space and open your eyes again. Now, I've just done that. Did you like that, by the way? Tell me if you like that. I did that really quickly with you, but that is brilliant little visualization that you could do yourself every single morning when you wake up to reset your money thermostat. You probably know this. There are all these studies out there that have shown that when athletes train, there is no difference between them training physically, them getting on like a running track and actually running, or visualizing it in their mind's eye, right? Our brains do not know the difference between our imagination and us actually doing it. So when it comes to us raising our money thermostat, our brain does not know the difference between us visualizing that and pretending that versus it actually happening. There is no difference as far as our brain is concerned. So the more that you practice this, the more that you are rewiring your brain to your new number where you want your thermostat to be set at. Are you with me? Suzanne, oops, I set it to raise at 2,500 increments. Why not? Like, why not keep setting it up, 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 up? Absolutely. Hell yes, because you get to. It's a choice, right? So I want you to just, you could have fallen asleep. Don't fall asleep. That's one perfect thing. Visualization is really powerful. It's a brilliant tool that you can use every single day to start resetting your money thermostat. That's one tool. That's one thing that you can be using. Second thing, our money beliefs, like I said a moment ago, and our stories about money can create huge blocks in us receiving that money, in us even being aware that it's available to us, like the story. So what I want you to notice now, and I want you to type this in as I talk you through it, I want you to notice what the general limiting beliefs are that you have about money. So not necessarily very specific ones, so more general ones. Things like it's greedy to want more money. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work really hard to be able to earn X amount of money. What other kind of I've shifted these so much I can't even remember them. Like what other, like those kind of general money beliefs that come up, I want you to type them in. Those that you know, like you hear, maybe you have a voice that says them in your own head, or you remember your mum or your dad or someone saying them, or something else. What are the general limiting money beliefs that you have still running through you right now? As you type these in, I'm going to talk you through this next bit. Money is just energy, right? And I want you to visualize this, like your money consciousness expanding. Because, as I said before, we will receive money to wherever we are set at and to wherever our money consciousness is currently at. And your money consciousness goes through you. It goes through you like a gorgeous stream. Like it flows, it's got real energy to it. It bubbles, and it's this gorgeous flow, almost like a river, a gorgeous stream running all the way through you. Just imagine that for a moment, because it always feels so good. Like that money, it just comes and it flows. It flows. Money is supposed to flow, right? So as you imagine that money flow just naturally going through you again and again and again, what's happening? These limiting beliefs are causing blocks in that flow. So it's almost like the ego part of your mind, the fear mind, is again that little person or that little beaver or otter. Is it beavers or otters? I don't know. Beaver, that little beaver or otter, and it's building a dam. It's building a dam across your river, and it's blocking the flow of money consciousness. It's blocking the flow of all that money simply being received by you and flowing through you with ease. And I want you to imagine that dam that it's building in your mind's eye. It's full of like rocks and sticks, and it's probably a pretty big dam. And you can see all this money, like all this flow of money that's there, that's almost, but it's blocked up. It can't actually flow fully to you because of this dam, because of the limiting beliefs, because of the limiting stories, because of the deeper fear that you might have about receiving money. So let me have a look at firstly what some of these general beliefs are. So you have to work hard to make more money. Yes, to really have the money you want, you need 2 jobs or more. You can't afford to do things with money. You don't deserve it. You have to work long hours. You're always broke. As a child, money doesn't grow on trees. I heard that saying all the time. Like, what do you think, Claire? Money doesn't grow on trees. Do you think money grows on trees? And be like, well, actually, it kind of does, because trees are paper. Money is paper. You don't spend money wisely. Yes, so some of you have already jumped to the next step, which is totally fine. So we have those general money beliefs, which are things like money doesn't grow on trees, it's greedy to want more money, all those kind of things. And then we also have personal limiting beliefs around money. So things like, oh my God, I don't trust myself with money, or like there's some things here, right? Like I love that one, Cassia, money doesn't buy happiness. I heard that a lot as well growing up. So the personal beliefs around money are, I don't spend money wisely, I waste money. So it's almost like that distrust. You don't trust yourself to have more money because you'll just waste it, or you won't spend it wisely. Things like, I'm always just broke. Things like, I don't deserve more money. Things like, oh my God, I'm not good enough at the thing that I do to receive more money. All of those things again. So we have kind of these 2 different levels of beliefs: the general beliefs that we've got from society, from our parents growing up, and then the more personal beliefs about our specific ability to receive money, or our safety in receiving money, or like why we don't deserve it, or how we're not actually good at it. I developed some huge blocks around my ability to be a good person with money. So after university and things, I got lots of credit card debt that built up, and I fell into this belief of like, I don't trust myself with money. Like I'm not safe with money. I don't deserve it because I waste it and I spend it on these things without meaning to. And like, I just didn't trust myself with money. So of course that would mean that I blocked money flowing through me. It was only when I became a coach and then wanted to up my income that I realized I needed to let go of these beliefs and these blocks, because it's absolutely stopping me from receiving the money that I wanted. Okay, so money doesn't grow on trees. You say it to the kids. You have to work really hard for the money. Nothing is free. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is the root of all evil. It's hard. Yeah, absolutely. Money arrives, but it always leaves. Yeah, and you know what? The thing that I think is really one of the things that shifted money for me, Annabella, is the idea that money gets to flow, because I want money to flow to me with ease, but I also want to get to enjoy it and spend it and put it in places. So whether it's spending it for now in terms of, yeah, I'm going to go out, I'm going to have a little shopping spree, I'm going to have a massage, I'm going to book a holiday, I'm going to do like those kind of things. So either I want to spend it for now, or I want to put it somewhere to enjoy it later, or to enjoy giving it to someone later, or I'm going to enjoy giving it to someone now. So either it's going into like a pension. I recently opened a pension, which felt very sensible of me. So either going into a pension, or it's going into an investment, or it's going into a fund for the kids later on, or I'm getting, so it's still not like here. It's not like, oh, this money comes in but then like it leaves. Actually, what if it's meant to come in and flow, like breathing? You breathe in, but then you also breathe back out again. Money is supposed to flow in society, right? So flowing to the things we want now and flowing to the things that we want in the future. And I think that when we stop trying to hold on to money, so that doesn't mean, that also means, by the way, of course, you can have money in bank accounts and those kind of things, because it's still flowing to a place. It's not just here for the sake of having it. We don't really want money just for the sake of having it, right? We want money because it's what it gives to us. So what if instead of thinking of money as this thing that comes in and we have to like, let me hold on to this, let me keep this, it's like, actually, I'm going to receive this money and I'm going to let it flow from me into the places where I choose for it to flow, because that's what feels good in my life. How would that feel? I'd like you to all maybe comment on that, because I'd love to hear how that actually feels for you. Okay, so obviously, what I would love you to do, because you're going to have probably piles of these beliefs, both the general beliefs and this like personal beliefs around money, or even stories like the story I just told you about credit card debt, that are blocking you from receiving money. What I want you to do, and this is something to do in your own time more, is write out all of these things, and then I want you to look at them and I want you to ask yourself, is this true? Is this actually true? So all of those things that you've put before, so things like money doesn't grow on trees. Well, is that true? No, it's not true, because actually it does grow on trees. Money is the root of all evil. Is that true? No, we know it's not right. We know that we can do gorgeous work in the world with money. We have to work hard to receive money. Is that true? No, not necessarily. Some people have to work really hard to earn money, but there are lots of people who are receiving money without working very hard at all. And actually, I believe that the more that we do our purpose work in the world, the more we get to receive more money with ease, because it is based on that purpose. It's why we're here. It becomes really easy. So I want you to go through that list of limiting beliefs and be like, is it true? Yes or no? There might be one or two that are true, in which case the question to ask yourself is, okay, so maybe this is true, but is this a good enough reason or a big enough reason to stop myself from receiving more money? That's the second question. So the first question is this true? Yes or no? If it's not true, it's just like, let it go. Let it go. If it is true, is this a good enough reason to stop myself from receiving more money? Because the chances are it will not be. Okay, so where have I got to? We've talked about money thermostats, we've talked about money waterfalls, and as you do that, by the way, notice in your mind's eye, see those twigs, those branches, those boulders that represent all of those limiting beliefs or stories about money. See them, just like see the water start to wash them away, shift them away, so that water starts flowing and flowing. It flows to you, you get to enjoy it, to bathe in it, to play in it, to enjoy every moment of it, and then it flows from you, and it's just consistent flow. It's never ending. It's like oxygen. We are surrounded by it. There is an abundance of money around us all the time. Sharing the love flows in and out, so you can support other businesses because you can afford it. Absolutely. Now, I want you to think for a moment, what are all the reasons why actually you absolutely bloody well should be receiving all this money? Yes, for the work that you do and the incredible work that you do and how you help other people and all the rest of it. But also, I want you to think for a moment, what is all the good that you do in the world by having more money? By having more money to do the things that you want with, what are all those gorgeous things that you do? So exactly like you just said, Paula, having more money means you can support all of those other gorgeous businesses. So we all rise. We all get to rise together. There is not a scarcity of money. There is not like, oh, if I have this, then you can't. Actually, it's when we all say yes to receiving more money that we all rise together. And actually, we all get to live more easy, beautiful, free, fabulous, fun lives, because our money consciousness raises within all of us. We all rise together. Is that making sense? by the way, today, at the end of today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about, that's just reminded me, my brand new program, because it's called Rise. So it just reminded me, as I was sharing that, it's called Rise. It's going to be 6 months. It's going to be incredible. It's for women who are ready to take that next step and be like, unapologetically, I am taking that leap. I'm growing my business. I'm receiving money. I am being a 5K a month woman, a 10K a month woman, a 20K a month woman, whatever it is for you. So I'm going to share that a little bit more. We won't go too off track now. Okay, so the third thing that I want to share today, and this is really important, is your relationship with money. Okay? If money was a person, if money was a partner, right? If money was your husband or sexy boyfriend, what would that relationship currently look like? What would it currently look like? This was a massive aha when I did this a few years ago. If money was your partner, what would that relationship look like? Would you be really negative towards that person all the time, the way that you're currently behaving? Would it look like you were being really negative towards that person all the time? Here's the thing that I recognize I was being with money: needy. I was being needy because I was in scarcity about money. I was in that place where there is not enough money. I need more money. That please, like, please, money, come to me. I just want more. Like wanting kind of energy. And think about in a relationship, when you've been in a relationship, maybe with a guy who's been really needy and really like, oh, I just need you. Like, is it attractive? No. Does it repel you? Yes. So what I'd like you to share with me, oh God, toxic, boom. What I want you to share with me is one word in the comments that sums up your current relationship with money. If that was a person, what would that look like? So Dorchina is like toxic, like that's a powerful word, right? At the moment, what is one word to sum up your current relationship with money? Or how you treat that relationship? Is it a beautiful, healthy, abundant, loving relationship? Or is it a toxic, poisonous, unhealthy, needy, wanting, desperate kind of relationship? That's what I want to know. Yes, needy and cranky. Boom. Clingy. Ooh. Eye-opening exercise. I love it, Maria. Toxic, needy, push and pull. Can you feel the energy in this? Can you feel like it's a bit freaking, like when you think of it like that, isn't it a bit of like, wow. Unstable, needy, yeah, needy, clingy, confused, non-committal, desperate, open relationship. I love it, Annabella. Right. Can you see, if this is our relationship with money, can you see why you would be pushing it away? If this was a relationship with an actual person, it would be really unhealthy. That neediness, that wanting, that non-committal, that kind of cranky, that clingy, it repels. It absolutely repels. And just like in a relationship, it would repel the person. Energetically, it repels the money. And this is huge. So we need to start changing that relationship, right? We need to start giving that relationship some much needed love and beautiful attention. I want you to think about if you had a beautifully healthy relationship with money, how would it feel instead? When you think about a really healthy relationship, what are some of the words that come to mind for you? A really healthy relationship. Cassia, shy, not ready to receive it. Yeah, that's cool. Really, like, wow. So what are the words that come up for you around a healthy relationship with money? Trustful. Boom. That's powerful. Trustful. Yes, in a healthy relationship, you trust, right? You have absolute trust of the other person. Hold on, I'll see some of the, we've not quite got to everyone's positive ones coming through yet. So in a healthy relationship, what are the words that come up for you? Anna said trust. Absolutely trust. There's just that knowing, isn't there? There's the love that you give it. There's attention that you give it. Free, amazing, beautiful. Yes, it feels expansive. It feels natural, doesn't it? Like when you're in a really healthy, lovely relationship, isn't it like the most natural thing? You're so comfortable. You're carefree. You're comfortable. It's easy. All of those kind of things. You feel full of trust, you feel happy, content, in love. Yes, all of these things, right? It feels really good. And this is how we need to start feeling towards money, because when we feel this way, our energy naturally attracts. Just like a magnet, we can attract or we can repel everything in our life, everything, not just people, but also objects and things, because everything at the end of the day is energy. Like, we are all energy, we get that, right? And so energy can attract or it can repel. At the moment, lots of people's relationships with money is repelling money. We want to switch the magnet around to the other side so that you can start attracting money, because you are nurturing that relationship. We want to nurture that relationship. So maybe you're thinking, well, how the heck do I nurture that relationship? Because I can't quite do that the same as that kind of person. Let me tell you how. Who else know how? Give me a like, yes, hell yes. Two-way street bestie. You know where we are, you know where you're going. I love it. Trust, enjoyment, fun, expansive, free, abundant, flowing in and out, giving, receiving. Love it. Belief that it'll always be there. Yes, it's just total certainty, right? So I heard this spoken about a number of years ago, and it was again another little aha for me. When we need to believe, it's that certainty. I actually did a training with my mastermind women last week around certainty. Certainty is huge. It's that certainty, that trust, that of course money is there. Of course I can receive money. Of course I receive whatever money I need to support me to live the life that I want to live. Of course I receive all the money that I desire for the incredible work that I do in the world. Of course, when I show up being fully me, when I am taking action in like my purpose-driven business, and it doesn't mean huge action, also like I just get to receive all the time because it's who I am. It's that certainty. It's like when we put in an order, when I go to Starbucks in the morning and I order my caramel macchiato, I don't stand there going, oh, is it going to come? Are they going to give it to me? Am I going to actually get this? Like occasionally they might give me the wrong one. Hang on. Occasionally they might give me the wrong one. I might get something a little bit unexpected. But there's still total certainty there in receiving it. So why is that any different with money? Because it's about stepping into that certainty, stepping into that, well, yes, of course. And so there's a few things, really simple things that you can start doing to start nurturing that relationship with money. The first one is actually tracking the money that you're receiving and the money, and this is really important, that you're spending. So it's easy to track the money that you're receiving and feel grateful for it. Oh my God, like this is coming today. And it doesn't matter where that money comes from, by the way. It doesn't matter if it's an unexpected check, if someone buys you coffee for you, if like you're in the car park and someone gives you the little parking ticket so you don't have to pay. That happens to me all the time. Like it doesn't matter where that money comes from. Just notice, track it, write it down. You can do it on a spreadsheet, you can do it on paper. It really doesn't matter. But be aware, notice all the money that flows into you and just tap into gratitude for it. I'm so grateful that money flows to me easily. I receive more money every single day. It's going to help you build those beautiful beliefs about the ease of receiving money. And the best way to attract more of what you want is to be in gratitude. So when it cut lots of you, probably loads of you probably into the whole like the law of attraction, manifesting, the way that we receive and attract what we want in life, and loads of you will have had plenty of experiences where you've created whatever it is that you want, right? Manifesting is often made to feel like this magical thing, right? Manifest, the magic of manifesting. And by the way, I have said the magic of manifesting before because I like the word magic. But like the magic of manifesting, it's like this mystical, difficult thing. We manifest all the time. We manifest everything. I've manifested this. We've manifested here. Like everything is just what we manifest. We manifest it because of the thoughts that we have and the actions that we take and what we believe, right? So everything, the lives that we live right now are manifested. So equally, we can manifest more money. And one of the best ways to repel money is to have that neediness, because it pushes it away, pushes it away, pushes it away. One of the best ways to receive more is gratitude, that feeling, that appreciation, that love, that like this gets to be easy and I get to receive, and thank you very much, like this is amazing, and of course because it's who I am and I'm doing great work in the world and blah blah blah, blah. So task one is this is not your task, by the way, this is just something for you to be doing every day, is start tracking the money that you receive and tapping into that gratitude for it, for every single little penny, even if it's a penny that you found on the ground. Tap into it, notice it, be grateful. The second thing, because I was doing this, and when I started doing this, it was brilliant. Like, money started to flow more to me, but I recognized that I still had a scarcity about money. When a bill came in, I was still like, ugh. But now I've received all this money and now I'm gonna like send it all away still. So I was still in real, like, there was still real negativity in me. There was still scarcity in terms of me spending that money. And so then I learned to get into massive appreciation for the money that I could spend. So every single time I paid a bill, made an investment, gave money, like whatever, the money that left me that I was giving out to the world, I got into huge gratitude and appreciation for. I am so grateful that I get to give this money. I'm so grateful that I get to invest in this thing. And it shifted money, and it allowed money to flow through me so much more quickly. So much more money came into my life, and so much money then went to all those places that I wanted it to go to in my life, right? And that's the secret to it. When we notice, when we're grateful for the money coming in and grateful and notice the money coming out, it causes this beautiful flow through us where money gets to be much easier. And of course, you'll get to a new level, and then you'll find a new level to go through. You'll go to, and just as I'm going, you find a new level, a bit like Suzanne was saying, but then I want more. Well, yeah, because we get to grow. We always grow, right? And it can be a bigger and bigger and bigger flow of money coming through us. So you track it coming in, you track it going out, and you get into massive gratitude for it. I've got a feeling there was something else that I was going to share with you about that. Where is my... Oh, and here's the second. So here's the second part of it. The other thing I want you to think about is, I want you to imagine yourself in that place where money flows. All the money comes in and you feel absolutely fabulous and free with the money flowing to all the places that you want it to flow to, right? Money comes easily. And by the way, it would be brilliant to write down some of these affirmations for yourself. Money comes easily. The more fun I have, the more money I make. I get to make money simply by being me, simply by showing up, sharing my energy, like sharing my passion, talking about what I love. And the more that I do that, the more money flows in with ease, with joy, with excitement, with love. The more money I make, the more beautiful impact I create out in the world. All these kind of things. The more money I make, the less I even have to work. So some of those things as well. So tap into what those beautiful beliefs are that you want to be experienced about money, and write them down daily as part of your kind of daily affirmations or journaling. Say them in your own head. I sing a lot. I sing a lot, especially in the car as well. I'll sing my money affirmations out in the car sometimes. Like, just allow yourself to have more fun with it. The second thing that I was going to say is, imagine that all that money is just flowing in, money's easy, it's all fabulous, right? And you have like absolute certainty, not a shadow of doubt, total certainty that you receive enough money that you do not have to worry about money at all. Like, there is no worry, no thought about it. So you know that consistently, every single month, you are always going to have that 10K, 20K, 30K, whatever it is, come in. Just boom, boom, boom. Of course, it's as natural and easy as breathing. If you knew that that was happening, what would you be doing on a daily basis in your business? If you knew that money was always there, always flowing through you, no matter what you did, like you could not stop it or block it if you tried. It was just there all the time. What would you be doing in your business? What would you be doing on a daily basis in your business? Tell me. I want to know what it is. Because this, by the way, is huge. This is really big. I want to know what it is. What would you be doing every single day in your business if you knew that that money was just always there? I want you to share it with me before I say anything else. Marie was just saying about the last exercise. This is what shifted for me. I loved the money coming in and hated when they went out. Now I'm loving money for what it does for me. Yes, awesome. Annabella, Denise Duffield Thomas had an amazing free app, iPhone only, for tracking money. It's called Lucky Bitch app. Thank you, Annabella. I manifested my free challenge. Absolutely, Maria. You did. You all did. Awesome. Let me see what some of those things are. So you pay for childcare. Okay. Showing up. So you'd show up more, do you think? I don't know what that means, Annabella. You have to tell me a bit more about that. I've been you'd be nervous, you'd work less. Why would you be nervous? If you just knew you had certainty, total confidence, like it's easy, and you were used to it, like you were used to it, there's no worry about it, it was just fabulous, you'd work less. Okay. Skipping around the salon singing. Well, that's interesting, because here's the thing, Georgina, is you only would be skipping around the salon singing if it was not normal. Like when that's just your set point, do you skip around the salon singing now with the money that you receive now? Probably not, right? So you probably still wouldn't do that if you were receiving the more money. I want to know what you would be doing, because it would just be your normal. It would just be totally normal, totally like every day. You'd outsource marketing, admin, so you can learn to help your patients better. Okay, outsource ads, talking to groups of people, networking, not have to work full time. Okay, so. And what I want you to start doing is finding ways, because there are always ways, I promise you, there are always ways of allowing yourself to have more of that now. What can you take of what you've just said, or what it is that you think you would do more? So I did this again just recently, as I was thinking about this last week. I did this, and the thing that came up for me is, well, I'd be doing more lives on my Facebook page, because I haven't been doing that for a while. I've not been very visible there. I'd be doing more of these challenges, because I freaking love them. I get so lit up when I do these challenges, and I'm here with you. I adore it. I'd be actually putting out more offers. I'd be putting out more offers and more programs so women can work with me, because it's what I love. It's what I absolutely love. So these are some of the things I was like, well, actually, isn't that interesting? I'd be doing even more. I wouldn't be doing less. I'd be doing more, because it's purpose work. I love what I do, and I want to do more of it every single day, because it's what lights me up. It's my purpose in life. And as I do that, I'd be setting myself even more free. You know, even right now, I'm doing some really interesting kind of inner work at the moment around fully expressing ourselves, right? And there's different levels to this, because I think I express myself very fully already in comparison to a lot of people, and there is even more. There's even more to come out, even more to share, a little more crazy. So I think it's just noticing what is it, and starting to find ways of having some of it now. What are the ways that you can have a little bit of it now? And sometimes it doesn't look exactly as you imagine it to look. Sometimes it looks a little bit different, but allow different ideas to flow, brainstorm it, talk about it, start opening up that view that we talked about, like the horse with the things on. I have no idea what they're called. Start opening up that view so that you see those new opportunities, and the more action that you take in that direction, the more new opportunities open up. It's like when you like walking up a hill, the higher you go, the more you can see, and the more you can see, the more ideas will open up to you, and the more you'll be able to step into it every single day. Oh, I see, Annabelle, you'd show up more in your business. Yeah, exactly, right? So isn't it crazy that at the moment you're not showing up as much as you want to in your business, and you're not making as much money as you know that you'd love to be making in your business? But if you had more money coming in, you'd show up more. So it's like, well, duh, we just need to show up more now, obviously. You would write, you'd do your videos, you'd create programs. Exactly. Again, Anna, you just do all of it more. So it's like, just choose all of it more right now. Absolutely. Cassie, you've been running huge seminars twice a year for women. We'll start now. Like, you might not be at the 20,000 mark now, but you can start running a seminar, start small, and it will grow. You'd be less self-conscious talking about your business. So again, Davinda, choosing that now. Choose to be less self-conscious. Choose to believe in your business. Choose to believe in yourself and share it. You wouldn't work full-time. You would not work full-time. You'd get shop, office, see clients. So again, how can you what's one step in that direction that will start opening things up for you? You'd show up in your business, but it would be easy. Choose it. Choose it to be easy. What are the parts that feel difficult at the moment, and how can you shift your mindset to allow it to be easy? Or how can you change action to allow it to be easy? You'd be much more creative, not worry about the tech stuff. And how to go and how to stuff I go through every day. So again, choose it. How today am I just showing up with things being easy, like in flow, having fun? Choose it every single day. It's a choice, but we have to learn to practice that choice. Love it. Love all these things coming. So your action for today is, I want you to have a conversation with money. In a written conversation, I want you to have a conversation with money. So I want you to start the conversation. I want you to write a letter to money like it's a relationship. So you might start a letter, dear money, I recognize that recently we haven't been having a very healthy relationship. I've been behaving in a needy, icky, unhealthy kind of way, and I think, you know, I'd really like to start changing that. So from now on, I'm going to be practicing showing you more gratitude. I'm going to practice nurturing in our relationship. I'm going to do, that's just an example. So what I want you to do is I want you to write your letter to money. Dear money, blah, 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 blah. And I want you to share that in the group. That is your task for today. Now, I know this one is going to feel hard for some of you. You're going to go into like, that whole perfection mode is going to be like, I don't know what to say. This sounds so silly. This is ridiculous. I know those kind of things coming up are going to come up because they came up for me the first time I did this, and actually maybe even the second time. So I've done this lots of times now, but it's a brilliant, brilliant exercise. And I guarantee you it is worth you getting past that discomfort of actually doing it. So perfectionism, no space for that. Overthinking it, like just whatever comes to mind, write it. It does not need to be perfect. It can sound a bit crazy. Any of that is totally fine, right? But just do it, because I guarantee you it is going to help you move forward in terms of getting more into flow and abundance and freedom and receiving richly in your life, just for being you, right? And that's where we want to be at. So that's your task for today. I want you to share it in the group. I know that some people are going to resist this, but just go for it. Like, be the person who just sits down, writes it, shares it. Go for it. On that note, I want to share very briefly that I am opening up a brand new program. It's a 6-month program. It's called Rise. Where's my little blurb about it? Because I forgot on the little tagline. It's the Quantum Growth Academy for women ready to rise and grow their business to the place that you know it should be. So it's going to be trainings, it's going to be group coaching, there's going to be a VIP option, there's 2 different levels that you can go in at. It's for those of you who are like, you know what, hell yes, I'm ready. It's going to be a small group. It's super exciting. You also will get a bonus of 2-day in-person event with me, which is freaking amazing. It is absolutely an investment, but I also would expect you to make that investment back many, many more times, because I have got you through that process. There's the teaching and the learning part of it. So yes, we're going to be talking about the strategies. Yes, I'm going to be talking about social media. Yes, I'm going to help you with your messaging and how you show up, but also I'm going to support you in taking that action. So you can't just run away. So you can't put it off until tomorrow, so that you open up that view of the world. So you see all those opportunities available and you grab them by the horns. I don't know, grab them by the horns maybe, or whatever it might be. It's going to be incredible. It's 6 whole months, because I know that 6 months is enough time for you to absolutely get some incredible results with all the work that you're doing. And I am there to support you fully. If you've got questions about it, I would love you to message me. So send me a message if you want to have a conversation. If you're like, maybe it sounds good, even if you're a bit scared about the money and the investment, we can talk through that. Anna, you love it. The name is amazing. Thank you, Anna. Marie's saying, love the task, a little embarrassed to share already. Yeah, just choose, like, go past it, get past that discomfort. You can do it. So those of you who know that now is the time, maybe there's a bit of you that's scared still, maybe there's a bit of you that's like, oh my God, I don't know. I would love to actually support you in really making those shifts, those internal shifts, those external shifts that are going to grow your business to those consistent 5K months, 10K months or more, because you get to receive richly for the work that you do. You get to grow, you get to enjoy this. And like, why not you? Have you stopped and asked yourself that? Why not you? Why the hell not? Because I know that you're probably amazing at what you do. You've got a huge heart. You care about like giving so fully and people really having an amazing experience with you, no matter what it is that you sell or offer. So isn't it time that you got to that point where you are receiving for the work that you do and you really feel that growth in your business that feels amazing? So if you want to know about Rise, do message me, or I'm going to be sharing a link either later on today or tomorrow, because the doors are officially opening tonight. It is only a small group. but it's going to be absolutely freaking incredible. So if you know you're ready, message me, and I will give you more details, or we'll be able to sort out a call to talk about it. Charlotte's like, oh, I don't know if that's about my program or about the task that I've given you. I joined to work with you all over again. Arisha, mwah, gorgeous Arisha. Arisha is kicking ass. She's growing a fabulous business. I absolutely adore you. You are a soul client, Arisha. Charlotte, she's lovely, isn't she? You're talking about me. I love it. Thank you. Okay. Anna's saying, ladies, go and have that conversation with Claire. Anna's one of my gorgeous clients as well. She's incredible. Okay, so join me tomorrow for the final day. Oh my God, like the whole week has gone. Join me tomorrow for the final day. We are going to be talking about your offers, and we are absolutely going to be diving into selling with soul, so that it feels easy, so it feels expansive, so that you can receive all this money with ease, and you can have your 5K months, your 10K months, your 20K months, your 30K months, hell, your 50K months if you want to, right? It's absolutely available. What else? Do your task. If you know anyone who'd be loving this challenge, please do tag them in, bring them into the group so that they can enjoy it. All of the challenge videos I'm putting in the learning section. So if you want to go back, watch old ones, if you go to the learning section, all of them will be in there so you can find them rather than scrolling along the newsfeed, which I know is a pain in the arse. Next week, I'm going to do, I've forgotten what the word is. I'm going to do, what's the word? Can anyone remember? I talked about it the other day. I'm going to do what's it called? Networking session. I'm going to do an online networking session next week. We'll do it as a Zoom meeting so everyone can talk and everyone can share. You can show up, you can tell us about your business. I think that'd be amazing. It'd be really cool because I'd love to actually have a conversation with you all, because I obviously see you here, but I'd love to actually see you. That would be amazing. So that's going to happen next week. I've put it in my diary for Monday afternoon, I think. Let me just double check. And that's not next week. Hang on, bear with me. Yes. 1 o'clock next week, we are going to have a networking power hour on Zoom. If you want to be part of that, you need to message me for that as well, probably. But I'll also put in a post because there'll obviously be limited numbers. So those of you who want to do that, who want to really connect with all of you gorgeous women out there, Monday, 1 o'clock is going to be. Put it in your diary. Let me know if you're up for that, because obviously I need to share the Zoom code with you. That's it for today. And here's a final thing. Next week, I'm also going to do a coffee with Claire to answer any questions that you've got about the challenge this week. So any things that you're like, Claire, you talked about this, but I didn't understand it, or I've tried this, but can you explain it again, or I'm stuck with this, can you help? So we're going to do a coffee with Claire section so that you can ask all of those questions. So again, message me with those questions, because then I will dive into them in that session. And also, if you've got questions about my new program, then absolutely message me about that as well. We could talk about that in the coffee with Claire if you're not ready to have a conversation with me, but there's nothing scary about having a conversation with me, I promise you. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you're feeling fabulous. I hope you're feeling rich. I hope you're feeling abundant. I hope that you're feeling ready to receive in all ways. And I will see you tomorrow, 10:30. Come and join me live for the last day. Let's finish strong. Go be awesome. Bye. Thank you for the love hearts. Bye.